I think there's a really awesome, important lesson in this for all of us is that, so often we can get into certain situations and think there is no way out and feel so limited and so stuck by what's put in front of us. But the moment we reach out, the moment we ask for help, the moment we bring somebody else in, it just opens so many doors and it makes so much available.
Welcome to Two Women, Wine and a Dollop of Truth, the hilarious and insightful podcast that gets real with you about love, health, life, and celebrates what it really means to be a woman in today's society. Your hosts, Emily Chadbourne, relationship expert and creator of the Forever Love Formula, and Kelly Bowen, world champion athlete and creator of the Exceptional Living Model. Have a glass of wine or two and share what's really working.
Hey guys, and welcome to Women, Wine and a Dollop of Truth. I think this is officially episode number 10. Double digits, Em. Can't believe I got there. Or we got there. God.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to us. So I am your co-host, Kelly Bowen from Exceptional Living, and I'm here with our other beautiful co-host.
Hi, it's Emily here from That Crazy Thing Called Love. Happy double digit day. Although we're not sure because we're not very good with maths, are we?
Yeah, so we've kind of numbers elude us. Back to front. And
yeah. So, Kel, what are we going to... First of all, are you drinking any wine today? Because it is dangerously early on a Sunday that we're...
I'm not drinking any wine today. I'm drinking water today. However... Friday, I did drink a lot of wine. So today,
brilliant.
Today I'm feeling a little shy of wine, but I was I broke out the good old Oyster Bay Cab Sav, not Cab Sav, Sav Blanc, Sav Blanc,
and Oyster Bay.
Yeah, and there was also I think it was Cat in the Hat, Pinot.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah. I had 2 beers on Saturday night, and Saturday night woke up with a hangover.
Oh.
So lightweight McGee. Wow. All right. So today I'd like to talk about something that has been really frustrating the hell out of me.
Yes.
Because basically I've waged war with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. That's what's happened this week. I am a one-woman campaign. Me, Emily versus Facebook. They'll write a film about it one day.
I am Team Emily all the way.
Team Emily, can we get some t-shirts?
Yeah.
Someone please send me in a t-shirt that says Team Emily and then a face of Mark Zuckerberg on the back.
Yeah.
With like a
that says sucker.
No deal sign in front of it.
Yeah.
It's been one of those weeks really where everything I've tried to do has been denied. So basically, I mean, to be fair, I understand that not everybody enjoys hearing me swear, but sometimes swear words come and they fall out of my mouth, and it's never meant to be offensive. I'm not an offensive. Well, I am a bit offensive sometimes, but I don't mean to be. It's never with vindication.
No.
Anyway, I think as a result of this, Facebook might have picked up that my Facebook page, That Crazy Thing Called Love, does have a little bit of adult-only content, and as a result...
It has passion.
It has passion, thank you. It has passion. Fuck you, Mark. I got passion. Sorry, viewers. Sorry, not sorry. So, so there we are. They've obviously flagged my page as a page that really shouldn't be allowed to run Facebook ads. So basically, I ran a workshop a few days ago, and it was awesome. And the room was full of really beautiful, glorious, amazing women who were all really, really committed to making a change in their life. And it was a real honour to be in that room. But in order to get the women in the room, I had to let people know that this event was even happening. And so I was trying to do a sponsored Facebook advert. Kelly, my face almost fell off. They just kept, and I couldn't work out why. Here's the thing, I couldn't work out why. It just kept rejecting my advert. Now I know that it's because I said the F word a couple of times on a couple of videos, and so it's been flagged to Facebook headquarters, I would imagine, whatever that means. How I couldn't attach a sponsored ad to my business account. But at the time, I didn't know that, so I was doing everything, Kelly. I was rewording left, right, and centre.
I remember looking at stuff for you.
It was awful, and it got to the point, and it sounds funny now that I waged war on Mark Zuckerberg, but it got to the point where I was so frustrated that I actually burst into tears, but those kind of like real childhood tears of this isn't fair, and what's the answer, and just this ball of frustration. And it really wasn't until I plucked up the courage to turn around to an expert and say, what is happening here? That it became very apparent that maybe some of my content had questionable language in it. But until that time, basically I got told off for swearing by Facebook. But until that time, I didn't know a way around it. And I was just getting so frustrated. I had images like in my mind of me having this beautiful, wonderful workshop full of all this gorgeous value and nobody to share it with because I hadn't asked for help about how to get this advert up on Facebook. Anyway, I found a sneaky way around it.
Well, do you tell? Because I remember testing.
I basically won.
Yeah, I remember testing this with you just to see, like, whether it was purely your page they had a vendetta against, or whether it was content. But here's the funny thing so I remember posting up one of our podcasts and putting an ad spend behind it on my page, no problem. I go onto your page, try and do the exact same thing. Denied. Yeah. Denied.
Yeah, basically, Facebook are trying to shut down love. There we are. There's a little
cynical
story spin on that one.
There's special words for people like that.
Facebook hate love. Yeah. So, well, eventually I had to create another page, and I've sort of tried to link the two since. But yeah, I mean, it's not very sophisticated, but right now that's what's happening.
Is it working?
So I now have 2 business pages. Check me out.
Ooh.
And I managed to get all these lovely, wonderful women along to the workshop. But I have to say that, that was only because I had to really go and ask someone else. I knew where my gap was. I knew there was a problem. I just didn't know how to get the result I wanted, and how to bypass Mr. Z.
Mr. Zuckerberg.
Yeah. So I am in awe of all these wonderful women who came and hung out, because in every single I had lots of different women in the room this time, and some of them were in relationships, some of them were looking for relationships, but all of them knew that they wanted to make a change, and all of them knew that they had a gap in their knowledge base in order to, which they needed to fill in order to initiate that change. And I think that's a really brave, courageous thing to stand in lots of cases. Yeah. Especially when we're evolving and growing as humans and women and people and society. There is so much knowledge now, and it's all at our fingertips, and it's all at Google, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to Google it.
Yeah.
Or that that's the right means to go about finding the answers to some of the questions that we have.
Yeah. You know what I really like, and this, I guess the silver lining to this whole process was, I remember there was a couple of posts you put out asking people for help, and just the response people gave you. So people sharing your ads and people passing it around, but had you not asked for help, and you did it in such a beautiful way that message just wouldn't have got out, and those beautiful women wouldn't have had the opportunity to. And it was only because you asked for help, and because you have such solid relationships with people and the groups and the communities that you're part of, everybody picked it up. Everybody got behind it. It was a mass
campaign of how do we get Emily's advert on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was like a whole team of people. Yeah, it was hilarious. Campaign headquarters.
Yeah.
I was updating my mum and everything. Even people in the UK were like, how's the fight against Facebook coming? It was pretty epic for a full week.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you start operating as a tribe, and that's a much more comfortable, less frustrating place to be in, because all of a sudden lots of people are sharing the burden of frustration with you.
Yeah. And not even that. It's not even so much they're sharing the burden of frustration. They're actually helping provide a solution.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a really awesome, important lesson in this for all of us, is that, so often we can get into certain situations and think there is no way out and feel so limited and so stuck by what's put in front of us. But the moment we reach out, the moment we ask for help, the moment we bring somebody else in, it just opens so many doors, and it makes so much available. And I think we're a little bit in a culture where, and particularly like the way the schooling system is, it's not encouraged to ask for help. You are expected to, there's an expectation to know the answers, and it's not how we learn. It's not our natural instinctive way for learning. Like, you think about a child's constantly, but why? Can you help me? I want this. Like, I can't reach up there. Like, it's our natural way of being, and particularly like our childlike way, is to connect, is to involve, is to create community. Yet somewhere along there, it gets taken, that natural instinct to want to connect and to want to reach out gets taken away from us, and then we can easily end up feeling quite isolated, like we're on our own island and we have to do everything together. I mean, not together, we have to do everything on our own. And I think it creates like, there's sort of two ways, or I guess there's three ways that this goes, is that you either go one direction, which is the super overachiever with the unresourceful independence, and that always feels like they're alone, or you've got the other far end spectrum, is that people become victims. And then they have this expectation, like this handout of the, kind of beaten down, or you've got the ones in the middle that actually find a really healthy way to ask for help that's an empowering way. And I think it's really important that we come in and, find ways to ask for help and find ways to connect and create community and create tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And do you know what I think as well? Sometimes it's not even how actually being able to ask the question. Sometimes it's just about hanging out with the tribe who have already got the thing that you want in the first place.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about just being in the conversation, as opposed to, I have X problem that I can clearly define with language. How can you help me? Sometimes it's just about saying, look, I'm really aware of the kind of lifestyle that I want to live. I'm quite aware that some of my behaviors in the past that have got me to where I am, the results that I've currently got, maybe haven't been the most resourceful behaviors that I could have displayed for a myriad of reasons. So I'm going to put myself in a conversation with the sorts of people who are having the conversations that I really want to have. And I'm going to see what I learn in that. So sometimes it's this notion of help can actually be on a much bigger chunk, which is, I know I want my life to be a bit better. I know I want to experience a bit more love. I know I want to have a healthier body, a healthier lifestyle, healthier mindset. I know that's what I'm aspiring to. Instead of going and asking for direct help for a direct problem, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to immerse myself, with people who are either already living this or are on their journey towards this, or who are experts in this field. Sometimes it's just about being part of the conversation.
Yeah, 100%. I really love that you say that. It reminds me, there's this program that I'm doing at the moment. It's called Wild Fit with Eric Edemes, and the whole it's an online program, and it's all about returning to human diet. And I love, as a health coach, I love jumping in on other people's stuff and seeing how they're doing it, particularly when they're getting phenomenal results. And this guy's been getting amazing results. And I've been really loving his program. And what you were saying there about how important it is to be in the conversation. So there's every week he has these online kind of like video calls with like 800 people get on for this. This is how many people are like doing the program at the moment. And what's really cool about it is that when you're just present to the conversation and you're listening to him coach somebody else, that in him answering their problem, not only does that serve so many others, but also in time to come, if you find yourself faced with that same problem because you've heard the answer previously, you know exactly how to deal with it.
You're able, like finding the answer before the problem even happens.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to really be in the conversation, to be in the conversations that you want. Like these people have some serious health conditions, like diabetes.
Can I just add on to what you've just said, is before we move further into what some of the problems are, because actually what that is it's real. It's really just sparked in my brain. Life is not about getting rid of problems. No. It's just not. Life is about having strategies at your fingertips so that those problems don't squash you.
Yeah.
100%. So that those problems become manageable, so that those problems can become, in weird cases, sometimes actually really resourceful in your life, or in most cases actually really resourceful in your life, if you choose to look at it that way. So this is why being with people who are already or creating a certain mindset and delivering solutions to various different types of problems all the time are really healthy to hang out with, because you're building up your bank of resources that you have available to you at any time to deal with whatever life is going to deal with you, because we never know what life is going to throw at us. It's always surprising me. Every time I think I'm kind of maybe in a little bit of still water, a tsunami wave comes and just swim around. Then that's okay. I understand that's life. But those problems don't go away. I just get a bit better at handling them. And that's because I talk to people who are handling much bigger scale shit than me all the time. And I'm looking and I'm observing and I'm listening and I'm asking questions about how they're doing it and how they're doing it really, really well. And then I'm trying to apply some of that in my life as and when those problems come to me. Yeah. Which they will, always, for the rest of time.
Yeah, and I really like to hear what you're saying about that. I think the only difference between where we are right now and where it is that we want to be is the who we need to become on that journey. And the who is the person that can solve and deal with the bigger challenges. Because if we were that kind of person, we would already have the result. But there's some shaping and forging of our character that needs to happen in order to obtain that result. And, you know, like when I think about my journey through business, it has been the most, like I've done a lot of things in my life, but business has definitely been the most challenging journey I've experienced yet because of who it's forcing me to become and the things that the challenges that I deal with today that, you know, me 2 years ago have had to face with would freak the fuck out over.
But I actually wouldn't have the problems I had 2 years ago because I couldn't have handled the problems that I have now 2 years ago. So those problems, I completely hear what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly that. And so there's, you know, you're always going to have problems, or even let's just call them challenges for the semantics on words. There's always going to be challenges. However, they're going to be better quality problems or better quality challenges. And I always have... I have a
higher reward.
Yeah, high reward. Like I often have a giggle about this. It's, you know, I've got so many clients coming into my business right now. I don't know how to manage it. That's a good quality problem.
That's a really good problem to have.
That's a great quality problem.
Yeah, too many people want to work with me. Good problem.
Great problem. I don't know where my next client's coming from. That's a real shitty quality problem. That's a problem. You know, but it's the thing, I guess it's how we learn to look at these problems. And I think, too, we also get a little caught and bogged down in what really is a problem. You know, first world problem, the electricity's gone out. You know?
Yeah.
Real problem, somebody's sick in the family. So, and it's getting the perspective on terms by what we let stop us. You know,
what we make stuff mean.
Yeah.
I put on my Instagram today this little thing that just says 98% of my problems would be solved if I stopped overthinking things and calmed the fuck down. Literally, that has been my entire week of just overthinking, overanalyzing, and then all I did was I just put a little Facebook post out and went, all right, this is the problem I'm having. Can someone help me? And loads of people did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Asking for help and being in the conversation of the right room, of the right people, of your aspirations.
Be around be in the conversations of where you want to be. That sounds quite vague and cryptic, doesn't it?
That's okay. I've had a couple of moments in this episode, I've got to say, where I've just kind of gone like so there must be something about words.
Yeah,
but some kind of moon. Surely a moon is doing something. There's got to be something.
I had dinner with my sister Friday night over many wines, and it was the first thing she pointed out. She was like, "Check out the moon."
The moon is making my voice not work.
Yeah.
The other thing about asking for help is, and actually asking a human for help, which is even nicer than putting a post out on Facebook, and I know humans respond, but it's the same as Googling, I guess, really, isn't it? Like, let's actually start bloody talking to people and asking them for help. Like small, tiny little things. You know me, I'm always a massive believer and I'm a huge advocate of talking to strangers. And yes, obviously, let's not talk to like strangers who are clearly going to murder you. But, you know,
do you have a criteria for that?
And ask people questions. Oh, do you know when the next tram's coming along? Like asking people for help instead of using the tram tracker app, you know, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking to people, I'm going to challenge you to ask lots of people lots of questions this week.
Yeah, I'm so taken. It's funny that you say that because part of this wild fit thing, there's a lot of. I've always eaten really well, really clean, always gone organic where possible. But part of this Wild Fit challenge, I've been even more diligent about it, and I've been looking for farmers markets because I've been wanting to find solutions for my people where they can have high quality food at really low budget prices, because if you just go to the regular organic store, you're going to spend a lot of money on food, and not everybody has like $300 to blow a week on food. So I've been wanting to find places so that I can recommend to people, if you are going to be living this kind of lifestyle, here's how to do it economically. And the conversations that I've been having with people like local growers at farmers markets, the local butcher, it's just that simple question, can you please help me? Can you tell me about this? And they love it too. But the connection, like there's people that I've met now, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere else. Because it's just that connection, and what I've learned about food and what I've learned about produce. Like I was completely unbeknownst to me that waxy vegetables, waxy fruit and vegetables, the reason why when it comes to them being sprayed, they're the more toxic ones, is because the wax absorbs the pesticide. But if you're buying vegetables that aren't waxy, it's fine to not have them organic. But it's the ones that are waxy you want to make sure are organic because they don't have the sprays. But it's all these.
There we are, listeners. There's a fun little food fact thrown in there for you for free today.
Yeah, but just all these little distinctions, purely because I guess until we really started talking about it, I didn't even realize I was doing this. But just asking these people for help and asking them for information and just the stuff that I've been learning, and some of the solutions that I've been coming up with for my own tribe to make this way of living quite economical, has been like an awesome journey, and just connecting with these people.
Well, I think what you're illustrating is that actually we can, because you could find out that piece of information by just surfing the internet and reading stuff about fruit and vegetables.
So boring,
who the hell's going to do that? And also life is about experience.
Yeah.
So how do you want to experience your world? Would you rather go and have a conversation with a charming, I'm sure, farmer's market farmer about how he grows and farms and sells his produce, or would you rather sit at home on your phone reading something boring from the internet?
Yeah.
So let's challenge it.
All right, cool. Well, what about this? So
how about we? Oh my God, I've had this brilliant idea for a challenge. So how about we set ourselves some questions to ask, and I'll ask the internet, and you can ask real life people, and then next week we'll talk about answers. Yeah.
All right. So what are we going to ask them?
How do you change a tire?
Oh,
well, someone had to change a tire this week.
I do know how to change a tire, but sure. I'll laugh if I get a flat tire. That'll be so funny.
Oh my God, don't manifest that. Okay, and two more. How to be happy.
How to be happy.
Yeah, I need to ask someone how
to be happy. Okay.
Yeah, a complete stranger.
Okay.
And the last one you can pick.
Okay. How to change a tire. How to be happy.
Okay. What's the best hair removal cream?
I know exactly who I'm going to ask for that.
It has to be a stranger.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to ask the internet, and then we'll describe. And then what we'll do is we'll swap stories at the end of the next week's podcast. What's the best
hair removal cream?
Yeah. Challenge accepted. And we will keep you in. We'll let you know what's been going on, listeners.
Yeah.
Sure.
And also, listeners,
awesome. On that note,
by all means, you're welcome to take on the challenge of these 3 questions as well, listeners. Also, more on a heart level, if you've got something going on that you do feel a bit stuck with and you don't know where to go, this is what Em and I are here for. Like, reach out to us. Ask us for help. We're here to serve you. We want you to have the most epic, amazing life possible. So I've got my 3 questions. You've got the internet, Em.
I kind of feel like I came out on top here.
Yeah,
just a little bit. I've got to be honest. I'm sure there'll be a moment in the future where you challenge me to something and I regret this. I regret giving you the hair removal one. All right. So basically, listeners, feel free to enter this challenge with Kelly. I'm going to do it from the safety of the internet. Please, if you have any questions, if you need to ask for help, if you'd like to know anything at all, if not necessarily from me and Kel, but there's a whole community of women on the Women Wine Dollop of Truth Hangout. So let's all be supportive for each other there. Ask your questions. Kel and I will always respond personally. And I'm sure members of the group will do so too. Please tell all your friends about us. Please download, because that's how we get our ratings on iTunes. And Kelly, as always, it has been phenomenal talking to you.
You too, my beautiful love.
Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.